What do you want your financial situation to look like 6 months from now? Do you want to feel clear and in control? Do you want to be prepared when tax season rolls around instead of scrambling? Maybe you just want to stop feeling anxious every time you think about money. Imagine logging into your bank account or checking your expenses without stress or avoidance. What will that feel like for you? Hello, welcome back to the Fun Money Habit podcast, where we teach the stress, break free from money fear, and learn to have fun stewarding our finance with peace and confidence. I'm your host, Reina, Biblical Money Mindset Coach, aka the Fun Money Coach. And today we're going to tackle a big issue, avoiding your number. You know that sinking feeling when tax rolls around and you realize you have no clue where your money went all year, or when you put off looking at your bank statement because you just don't want to know what's going on. I have a few of those conversations lately. If that's you, first, no shame. But today we're going to talk about why avoiding your number is keeping you stuck, how to shift into a place of confidence and peace, and 3 simple steps to reduce stress during tax time next time. So let's dive in. The truth about financial clarity is that financial clarity doesn't just happen. It's built through habit. And one of the biggest barriers standing in your way might be avoidance. The previous year, have you promised yourself, next year I will be more organized with my finance? But here you are again, tax time, feeling unprepared. Maybe you tried using budgeting apps, downloading a spreadsheet, QuickBook, or even buy a planner. But if you are not actually looking and engaging with your number regularly, those tools won't help you. Avoidance keep you in a cycle of stress, and no apps or tools can fix that. So let's look at why you may be avoiding your number. For most people, it comes down to fear or the belief that they can't handle money well. One of my clients shared, I avoid my bank account because I'm scared I won't be able to pay for my bills. And someone else this week told me this, I am simply not competent enough to actually have or hold money, nor am I worthy. Do you relate with this? Do you know why you may be avoiding your numbers? Is it limiting belief? Or is it fears? Or is it both? Maybe the limiting belief that you're not good at math means that you're not going to be good at managing money. Or maybe you believe that managing money is too hard and you're definitely not competent enough to do it. Or is it the fear of seeing the reality of your situation make you run away the other direction? Maybe the fear of feeling like you fail and you're not a good steward. Or is it the fear of what it might mean about you if the numbers aren't where you want them to be? This one is a big one, especially if you're working very hard in your business, but you're not generating enough revenue. You are very quick to judge yourself, and your inner critic gets very loud. But here's the thing, avoiding your finance doesn't make the problem goes away. It just makes it bigger. That's why it's so important to transform your relationship with money so you can let go of all of those limiting beliefs that may be holding you back and go from fear or scarcity to peace and confidence. Now let's grab the Bible and let's read Proverbs 27, verse 23 to 27, which says, Know well the condition of your flocks and give attention to your herd. For riches do not last forever. And does a crown endure to all generations? When the grass is gone and the new growth appears, and the vegetation of the mountains is gathered, the lambs will provide your clothing, and the goats the price of your field. There will be enough goat's milk for your food, and for the food of your household and maintenance of your girls. In biblical times, a person's flocks or herds or agricultural produce were their wealth. And this verse 23, reminds us that stewardship requires awareness. You cannot manage what you refuse to look at. Let's look at verse 23. know well the condition of your flocks and give attention to your herd. Now, verse 24 reminds us the importance of being diligent and attentive to our resources because wealth is not permanent and requires constant care and management. So do you know what's missing for you to feel at peace and confident when it comes to your finance? Well, it's not another budgeting app or spreadsheet. It's actually a heart shift, a mindset shift. You need to replace avoidance with stewardship. That means deciding that you will no longer let fear dictate your financial decision. It means trusting that God is your provider, but also stepping into the responsibility of managing what He has given you with wisdom and a fun money routine. Now, financial literacy is also an important component, but there's no point giving you strategy on how to steward or manage your money if you haven't done the deep work of transforming your relationship with money by shifting your money mindset. Because no amount of strategy going to help you if you cannot apply them. That's why with my clients, we always work on the mindset first and then look at their number and the strategy that we can apply to help them reach their goal faster while keeping their heart on Jesus. So I want to share with you some steps to help you stop avoiding. Here, what I want you to start doing instead. Number one is you got to shift your mindset. So instead of saying, I don't want to look at my number, say something like, I want to be a faithful steward. That will help you invite God into the process. Number two, you need to schedule money date. Pick a time once a week to sit down, review your number, pray over your finance. You need to make it a routine, not a reaction to just sit down when there's a problem or where you get so much debt. And three, start with small steps. If tracking everything feels overwhelming, start by focusing on one simple things like your income or your essential expenses and celebrate the win. Celebrate the fact that you are doing something new that is a bit scary at first, but it will become easier the more you do it. I teach my clients the VIP financial method to shift the way they look at their number. Plus, I have a 5-step process to create a fun money routine that is enjoyable, repeatable, and fun, all while having God's guidance in the whole process. Plus, we do the deep work of uncovering your money story so you can understand why you behave the way you do. That's the mindset work. So if you want to stop avoiding your finance, you need to transform your relationship with money and create a simple and fun money routine based on your needs and your goal. That is what I do with my clients. So be sure to visit www.funmoneyhabits.com to book a call so we can start having a chat, or you can DM me at Christian Money Mindset. And please remember, when we cultivate a stewardship money mindset, we start looking at our number and change our spending habit. This is when financial peace starts to replace financial fear. As you're listening to this episode today, I know you are in the middle of your tax right now, and you probably want to run in the other direction and hide your head in the sand, but you can't do that. Like I advised someone else a few weeks ago, focus on small steps. Don't think you have to go back and do a whole year each time you want to sit down and start getting things in order. That simple thought is too overwhelming for your brain, and that is why you go into fight, flight, and freeze response. So focus on one intention like, okay, I will focus on 1 month today, or I will focus on saving as many receipts or contract in the next 15 minutes. Like I teach my clients, you need to gamify the whole process. And I want to give you 3 simple steps to help you reduce stress that you will be able to apply this year so that when come tax time again, you will feel less stress. So step number 1, don't leave things to the last minute. Create money date, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. Number 2, be organized. Decide on the app or the spreadsheet you're going to use and where you are going to save your receipt, your contract, and your invoices. And 3, reset. At the end of this financial year, do a review first, and I talk about that in episode 109, and then reset by setting goals with God and letting Him guide your step. So this is what you can start applying this year to help you reduce stress at tax time next time. So today you've learned that avoiding your number is keeping you stuck because it leads to financial anxiety and stress, leaving you without any clarity of your financial situation. And when you ignore your bank account and expenses, you're actually missing opportunities and you're probably getting yourself into debt and then find yourself unprepared for tax season. We really want to change that. And I'm here to help if you need a guided plan and accountability. You need to transform your relationship with money to overcome avoidance. Instead of ignoring, of letting fear controlling you, shift your mindset from avoidance to stewardship. Trust that God is your provider and really step into the responsibility of managing your resources with wisdom and a fun money routine. As I say, you got to be consistent in looking at your number and make it fun. And this is what I really can help you do. Start with small steps and focus on how will God want you to steward the resources He has given you. You need to make it fun so you can actually be consistent. And by facing your number heads on and implementing those strategies, you can break free from that cycle of avoidance, gain financial clarity, and move toward peace and confidence in your journey. And the best part is you are going to start reaching your goal so much faster than you thought possible, because when you transform your relationship with money by shifting your money mindset, you let go of all of those limiting beliefs that were holding you back, and you go from fear and scarcity to peace and confidence, all while keeping your heart on Jesus. How good will that feel, right? So thank you again for being here. If you love this episode, be sure to follow and share it with a friend who may need to hear it too. I cannot wait to talk to you. You take care, and I see you on the next episode. Bye.